Hi guys. Yesterday I was thinking that I never shared any of my stories and I never even talk in front of camera. So I thought I should say something in front of camera and get connected with more audience, right? That's why I thought I should share some stories about myself. So, what stories should I tell? I think I should tell my childhood love story, which was more exciting and most memorable for me. I think it also memorable for all of us. First love always lasts longer, and this experience you can never forget no matter how you try, right? So it was like this song. When I was 13 I got my first love, Justin Bieber's song. That also happened to me when I was 13. I am in class 6 and I saw a boy who actually dragged my all of my attention, and I was craving to see him. And but his school and my school was like almost near, so I always waited to see him almost every day. And my home was also near the school, so after school and when I go to school I always waited and in front of my school, and I stand in my balcony and staring at if he comes or not with his school. And we are in the same class but not in the same school. And I don't know, it was the most exciting, chilling thing for me to remember these things. I always wanted to express my love for him, but I got rejected. He didn't even stare at me, but I always stared at him and made him uncomfortable. But I didn't even care. I just stared at him and some chills. But he knows that I love him. I liked him, but he doesn't care. He always ignores me, and I got rejected from my first love experience. And I think it was also a lesson for me. But whatever it is, I got rejected or not, but the feelings and the memories, this never can be unforgettable. And whenever I thought about these days, I got chills and I feel so much thrilled that nowadays it never can be happen for anyone. The first time you liked someone and the excitement in your heart and the pleasure to see him or her, it is so much exciting. But when I got adult, and I never felt the same way for anyone else exactly. Right now I don't love him or anything. He was in my social media, but I didn't even care right now. I moved on from this situation, and all of my friends uh, his friends knows that I liked him, and they're always teasing me, calling his GF. But he ignored me, and I got rejected, even though I didn't even uh, had ashamed of that I got rejected. At the time, I was thinking, I wish I was from the time. I I thought, I wish I could be more beautiful, that he could never ever reject me. But it didn't happen. Anyway, and one of the most desirable and wanted thing in my childhood that always wish I always wish that, please make me more beautiful and gorgeous. It was always my childhood dream. Nowadays people got amazed by my beauty, and most people appreciate my beauty, and I think it was a beautiful gift from the creator that in my childhood I always got neglected, ignored for not being so beautiful, and I always got hurt. Even I didn't even got my first childhood love experience because I wasn't beautiful at the time. So I think it's like revenge of nature. I don't know how to say. I got the unfair disadvantage from the society, then I got unfair advantage from the society because of the beauty. Anyway, there's so when he wears the white shirt, his school shirt, I got so much amazed by seeing that, and I like to see him doing dance. These stuffs, like little stuffs in my childhood, I remember every little thing. I think you should not forget it. And all of you have your own childhood love story, and that's all. Bye bye. So that was the story that I wanted to share with you, and I will share another story of mine in another day. Bye bye.